Hello, today is November 7th, 2010. This is Manesh Patel from the EII Capital Group. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the currency market, where we cover all the various different major currency pairs out there. In the future, we definitely will be covering some exotic currency pairs too. Normal procedures, this is for educational purpose only. All charts are either in Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or freestockcharts.com. Here are my contact details. Just to let you guys know, EII website is going through some changes right now, probably in about a week and a half. Definitely before November 16th, it'll be online, a new website where the Ichimoku heat map with instructions and all that stuff will be available. You could also follow us on Twitter at Ichimoku Trading, and also Facebook now at Ichimoku Trading too. Okay, so let's go straight to our heat map. As you guys remember, we have a rating system here where basically 5 to 8 is being bullish, -5 to -8 is being bearish. Okay, where 8 is the extreme and -8 is extreme for the bearish side. Remember, we give you 2 time frames right now, and what we're looking for is both of them to be roughly about 5 or above for bullish and -5 to below to be bearish, in order to start looking at intraday trades or even long-term trades for those potential currencies. Okay, so if you look, Euro USD is basically trending now. You could see the daily is getting strong. We'll go look at that. But it's actually getting weak compared to the week before. Pound USD, if you look at Pound USD, it's bullish. Australian USD is bullish. New Zealand USD is at its extreme, so be careful there entering any bullish trades for that now. US CAD is looking to get to extremes. If you look at the daily, it's pretty much almost there. Notice it's also at par, which is pretty interesting. Okay, US Switzy. It's got a little discrepancy there, but you could see that on the daily side, it's on borderline condition there. US yen still at bearish. It's made a little movement up, but still not enough to change the daily into going down, going above -5. Euro Switzy, Euro yen, so forth. And we're just going to scroll down the list so you guys can see the ratings for everything. Notice New Zealand CAD is at the extreme right now. So New Zealand basically has gone very, very strong. Okay, so that's one of the currencies we'll definitely check out. So let's go look at some charts right now. We start with a Euro USD. Let me go ahead and put my price level indicator on. Remember, we basically talked about this level right here. We've yet to pretty much penetrate that level above it. Notice last week we went above it, and then we drove right back down below it again. We kind of closed the week below it too, which is pretty interesting. So we have yet to pretty much close above that level at all. If we do sit there and close above that level, the next level that we're going to get to is 46.63. But notice the Chicago basically is in the cloud, which is basically means you're going to get some consolidation if it's going to go all the way up there. So it's not going to be probably an easy move unless there's extreme bullish nature into this currency pair on a weekly time frame. Notice also the future cloud is bearish too, so we really need a pullback. We're kind of expecting a pullback, hopefully to this level here at 35.03, and then we're going to see exactly what's going to happen at that pullback. But my guess is it's going to pull back here, and then may sit there and try to come back up here to 41.30, and then the key thing will be what happens there. So we have to wait and see, but on the weekly time frame, there's nothing really there. If you look here, this is basically a daily time frame. You can see everything's very strong. However, notice Chicago is getting strong every day. If this thing keeps on consolidating and doesn't make a move up to break this level up above here, the 42.81 soon, the Chicago is basically going to turn into price, and it's going to turn this thing very, very weak. So the daily is going to actually start moving away from strong bullish into getting weak on the bearish bullish side. Let's go look at the US yen. If you go look at the US yen, very, very strong still. If you notice the weekly, on the weekly time frame, it still has not even got to the Tinkinson at all. The Chicago is still very strong. You notice the Tinkinson's kind of flattening out now, so there's a possibility of a minor pullback on the weekly time frame. If you go look at the daily time frame, we're pretty much Last couple, Friday, we pretty much closed above the Tinkerton, which was good, but we've yet to get to the Cajunson at all. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting, but we're still not there yet. So this still very strong going to the bearish side. Let's go look at New Zealand, Australia, New Zealand USD, because that was being extreme bullish. If you look here, it broke for this little pivot high here, and is very strong going up. We're at a major resistance level right now, which is right around here at 39.01. We're 39.05 right now. So the key is what's going to happen here. I don't like the idea it gapped up there, and the Tinkerton's almost flat now. We got to see some price moving above that last high on a weekly in order for it to continue to go forward. You could see that it's here. Notice also the Tinkerson's flat here, so we're kind of expecting a pullback and then a possibility of continuing to go up. But we are expecting a pullback at some point. We're not sure exactly to where, but my guess will be probably here, which is right here, this little break here, probably the 38.08, but it may not even get that low. If this thing's very strong, it's going to go forward, but the Tinkerson still has not moved, so that's interesting. Okay, let's go look at New Zealand CAD. That's another one. You could see it across the board with all the different currencies. New Zealand really took off. If you look at New Zealand CAD, we're pretty much here. It almost looks like a double top here, but there's no confirmation that this is a double top on a weekly time frame for New Zealand CAD. So watch this very close, because if this thing does not sit there when it pulls back, if it goes below the Tinkerton and then goes below the Cajunson, this thing is going to sit there and confirm a double top, and then pretty much sit there, and it'll probably go all the way down here eventually on a long-term basis to about 67.06. My guess is right now, with the way New Zealand is acting with all the other currencies, this thing looks like it's going to continue to go higher. So time will only tell. Let's go look at Euro Switzy. You look at Euro Switzy. It came up here on a weekly time frame, and now the key thing is what's going to happen here. So you got to look at two levels here for a Euro Switzy on a weekly time frame and see what's going to happen here. If it breaks this level and then breaks this last pivot high, this thing's going to keep on going higher, but only temporarily, because the Chicago is still bearish. Okay, it's got to turn bullish in order to go. But if it does break this lower level here, 33.40, it does have a potential going to the downside. Okay, let's go look at EuroCAD, last one for today. And if you look at sorry, Euro Pound, if you look at Euro Pound on a weekly time frame, it's basically consolidating. However, look at the Chicago, it's getting ready to break out. Now, if this thing does sit there and break this level here, 89.46, this thing is going to start a trend going up. So the key question is what's going to happen there. If it breaks that level, it's definitely going to get to 91.05 and then sit there and keep on going higher to probably about 93.87 and so forth. Okay, so we got to be patient and wait and see what happens on that one. Lastly, just want to cover British Pound USD. Another major currency pair. Major resistance level is here. We're pretty much very close to there. So the key question is what's going to happen here. If it blows past that level, then this thing's definitely going to go to the next level here, 68.38. So time will tell what's going to happen with that. Okay. So again, you have my contact details here. If you have any questions, please let us know, and feel free to contact us for any of the websites. Thank you.